Hey everybody, it's Sunday night, it's 10 o'clock Eastern, and it's Tom Antion Live. What's going on this Labor Day weekend? I personally was painting all day. Yeah, working on the deck. I've got the paint all over me to prove it, and all over my clothes and everywhere else. So let me refresh the Facebook feed over here. And if you're checking in on any of our other pages in our simulcast, you might want to switch over to the facebook.com/Antion so that I can see your comments come in. So don't forget to say hello and hey, Mary Lee, how are you? Yes, and I love these long weekends. I get a lot of stuff done, not only in the business, but other stuff. People always asking me, like, Tom, why do you do this? You could hire somebody to do that. Yes, I could, but I like doing stuff like this. I came from blue collar. My dad taught me how to do stuff and use tools, and I think of him so much when I go shopping for tools and when I do something that people say you couldn't do, and I did it because he taught me how to do it. So I love it. I mean, I literally could make a lot more money. I could make a lot more money if I took all the time I spent on my trailer and doing stuff like this, painting the deck and remodeling the deck basically, and then painting it. If I just created internet products. But, you know, at this point in my career, you know, I want to do stuff I like to do, all right? I like to create products too, but I like to work with my hands. Now, I'm no kind of fine woodworker or anything by any means, but I can put some stuff together that'll stay together. So please hit your share button if you don't mind, so that other people can hear about this. There's a lot of partying going on this weekend. Let me see what we got going here. Hey, Alan, how are you, bud? This is our Hall of Fame guy, Hop Keto Hall of Fame, so we're really proud of him for that. He was traveling last week, so didn't get to puff him up last week, but this week for sure. Congratulations on being inducted into the Hop Keto Hall of Fame. Wow, awesome. Well, let's see our fake sponsor for the week. Our fake sponsor is anybody that creates these kinds of clips. These are handy dandy things. You can see, you know, the main thing is to hold bags together, like my pork rinds, which are low carb, I might add. And yeah, so, but you can do all kinds of things. You can hang clothes on the clothesline. You can hold targets up with them. You can, you know, there's all kinds of stuff you can do with these things. I don't know who makes this one. There's just gazillions of these, but these are handy things, and it keeps the bugs out of your pork rind bag. Although I think bugs don't even like pork rinds, but they are low carb. So this is our fake sponsor. Any kind of company that makes these clips is not sponsoring us. All right, let's see what we got here. Well, the saga continues with horny teachers. I thought we were going to get a break this week, but we didn't. You got to watch out for disaster scams and the brutal self-defense. I want you to teach those kids. I got a good story for you in the brutal self-defense. Internet section. Hey, guess what? Up yours. You'll see what I mean there. In the speaking tip, run. In the A-hole of the week, we got plenty of them to go around this week. And the hero of the week, I don't know her name, but she's a hero to me. All right, let's see. Announcements. VIP Video Weekend. We only have 3 slots left. Coming up the 15th and 16th. Make sure you check this out. Write this down, antion.com/VIP Video Day.htm. Antion.com/VIP Video Day.htm. Going to be it's actually 2 days this time. You're going to know everything you need to know to turn out high quality videos with no cost involved. light them beautifully like Hollywood. You're going to learn how to market on YouTube, use videos on social media properly, and I'm going to show you how to make a $50,000 production about you and your company for only pennies on the dollar. And then on Saturday, I'm going to take you out in the field, and we're going to show you how to shoot live videos on the spot to drive traffic. They're going to be very interesting, sales videos, all kinds of things wherever you are. Makes real interesting videos. So Antion.com/VIP video day.htm. Want to see you there. Only 3 slots left. Okay, weight loss. Yay, weight loss. Yay. So last week was 95 pounds down, which was 1.5 pounds per week since I've been reporting to you. This week, 93 pounds down. Oh, man. Man, I was on a roll, but on Friday and Saturday nights both, I ate at buffets. Friday with my professional dog trainers, and Saturday with my first geek, Ilya. You've heard me talk about him. His parents were in Virginia Beach for the weekend, and we saw each other, and I took him to Captain George's. So I was doomed. Now, I still ate keto, but still, when you eat that much compared to what you're used to eating, so 93 pounds, I'll kill that this week and be back in the saddle. So still 1.4 pounds per week for the last 35 weeks. So slipped a little bit this week, but still on the ketogenic lifestyle, on my way towards a C note down. All right, let's see what we got going here. In the mailbag, Sarah wants to know, let's see, I saw you on Facebook Live. You look skinnier. I was just talking about that. Well, thank you, Sarah. Yep, I am way skinnier. Joe says, do you still keep a business phone system? Interesting question. A lot of people are not bothering. I mean, I spent a fortune on my business phone systems with intercoms. There's 13 extensions all around the estate here. And a lot of people are not, they're just using their cell phones. And there's these other places like Grasshopper, I think is one of them, that can do all kinds of things in the cloud with your business phone system. So yeah, I still have mine, and I'm still using it. But you know, if you're just starting out, you might want to save that expense and just use your cell phone for stuff. I think this is Yahara. Can you still be a speaker in the USA if English is not your first language and you have an accent? Absolutely, you can, but I would work on the accent reduction, because you could be the most fantastic ideas on earth and speaker and dynamic and everything, but if people can't pick up what you're saying, it's not going to work out too good. So I would work on the accent reduction. And absolutely, there's plenty of them. I see them all the time. But you know, you got to be able to understand them. That's the whole thing. All right, the epidemic saga continues. A 44-year-old Pennsylvania high school teacher charged Friday with sexual intercourse with a male student. It's getting old hat that's happening so much. However, speaking of sex, there is a new trend happening, folks, and you might want to take your, hey, Barbara Ann, how you doing? Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure I really enjoyed it, Barbara, because I felt really different eating that much, because I haven't eaten that much for, you know, a long, long time. So I didn't sleep well that night or anything. Yeah, Mary Lee says, I remember you. Yeah, yep, absolutely. Barbecue pork rinds are the best. Yeah, they're good, and the clips are good if you don't eat the whole bag. So anyway, there's a new trend, and I'm sure you're going to want to partake in it. But I suggest at this time of year, they're spraying for mosquitoes and stuff, that you at least take some, go down to, what's that place that had all the lingerie? Hollywood, I forget. You know, it's one of those places that has the all risque kind of. What the heck's the name of that place? Can't remember. But anyway, the new trend is sex parties in the woods. Parties, I said, not just sex in the woods. Sex parties in the woods. People are putting up a whole bunch of tents and then switching tents and, you know, that kind of stuff. And so you know, people will do anything to get a little extra thrill in their life, right? And speaking of sex parties in the woods, we'll do a little sexual theme section here right now. There's a new term for an old idea, all right? And it's called, I'm not making this stuff up, folks, outer course instead of intercourse. I don't know. The girls I knew used to say, you better goddamn give me some foreplay. All right, or I'm going to, you know, this ain't going to go too far. Or, I mean, I think that's what they were driving at. I'm not sure. But the new term is called outer course. It's like out of this world. You know, there is an intercourse, Pennsylvania. I am not kidding at all. That is a city in Pennsylvania. Who thought that name up? I don't know, but let's see. Barbara says, yeah, don't ever get hungry with this way of eating. Yeah, I really don't. Barbara, and okay. So anyway, make sure you do the outer course before you ever even think about having any intercourse. And I got an email. I was going to copy it for you, but I get all kinds of spam emails. I mean, hundreds and hundreds a day. I don't filter too much stuff, you know, because, you know, when people cry about email all the time, I'm saying, bring it on. I can zoom through email really fast. And especially if there's money in a lot of it, you don't mind so much, you know, so get money coming in your emails. But the subject line was Superman-style erections. Superman-style erections. Does that mean they're as strong, you know, strong as steel? I mean, what does that mean? I thought that outfit that Superman wore kind of, you know, I don't know, kind of preclude or, you know, prohibited those kinds of things. And you know, I've seen him like wink at Lois Lane a little bit, but that's about as far as it ever went. And I kind of, one of my favorite cartoons of my whole life is, it was in Playboy. Superman was in bed with a girl, and the girl was crying and all sad, and Superman says, I can't help it, I'm faster than a speeding bullet. So I don't know what a Superman style erection is. I mean, I know what can get rid of one is when the sidekick of the girl you want comes in and ruins it for you. You know, but other than that. Okay, now here's another sad thing going on. We're done with the sex, you know, so those of you that looked to that as your highlight, well, that was it, and it's downhill from here. But I'm going to refresh this Facebook. Thanks for sharing, everybody. Hey, Sherry, nice for you to stop by. Thank you. Let's see. Elbreeze, thanks, Tom. Korean Martial Arts Masters Hall of Fame. I'm sorry I called it the Hapkido Hall of Fame. Korean Martial Arts Masters Hall of Fame. Well, good. Sounds good to me. Well, there's a really sad thing going on again. Clowns are under attack again. And, you know, it's no wonder they came out, the scary clowns out of the woods to try to squelch this. But on September 8th, Stephen King's coming out with a new scary movie and something about clowns. I don't know what the name of it is, but, you know, clowns are, and this is real, clowns are losing business because everybody's afraid of them now. All right, so this is I mean, if you were a professional clown, I mean, that was a big decision in your life, all right? Just think of that moment when somebody looks at their loan payments for their college degree or their master's degree, in that moment when they decided, you know what? I don't know what mom and dad are going to say, but I've got to follow my dreams. I'm going to be a clown or an Elvis impersonator, one or the other. I don't know which. Barbara Ann says the movie is IT or It. Because IT can be very scary too. All right. Sherry says, thanks for the laughs. No problem. I mean, I laugh right along with this because, like I said, Sherry, I can't make a lot of this stuff up that I read in the news. I mean, let's see. Now, I got a quiz question for you. If you were going to have a taco fest and charge admission for it, all right, $17.50, and make it a big splash all over a major city, what do you think a good thing to have on hand at this taco fest might be? Just throw any wild guesses you get there and we'll get back to it. Yeah, Stephen King book, It, was made for a TV movie, but now a new movie. But the clowns are suffering either way. So let me know what you think you might want to have on hand at a taco fest. A taco fest, all right? Now, there's another example. It's a really sad example. This is not a laughing thing here, but a 3-year-old girl was bitten by a shark at a Florida beach. Again, will you stay out of the shark's house and you won't get bitten? No shark is going to come up on the beach into one of the cabanas and say, you know what? I think I'm going to bite somebody here. No, they stay in their house. You stay in your house. Now, here's the ludicrous part. Apparently said an avocado. Yay, Barbara Ann got it right. Tacos. So the headline is Chaos Ensues at the Portland Taco Fest that's supposed to run for 2 full days. They ran out of tacos in the first 90 minutes. I mean, come on. Mary Lee says tequila also. Yeah, I think the promoter needed some tequila because, I mean, come on. Now, I've planned some pretty serious big events. Not city, well, I some pretty big events when I was doing the Hawaiian Tropic stuff. But, you know, I didn't forget to bring the girls right to the Hawaiian Tropic thing. I mean, come on. And they had to give money back to people. Oh, people were pissed. They're fighting over oh, man. So anyway, back to the young, the little baby that was bitten. Here's the ludicrous part to me. So the rest of the headline said they closed the beach for the rest of the day. I mean, you gotta laugh at this. I mean, not for the little girl being bitten. My God, no. But what do they think? They think the shark is going to say, oh, man, I got rid of everybody today. I'll bet you they don't come back tomorrow. The shark is like, oh, well, they're gone today. I think I'm full. I'll come back tomorrow, see what's on the menu. No. Close the beach. All right, just don't go in the water. Just stay on the beach. Look at the sun, you know, drink mint juleps, you know, do whatever. But don't get bitten by a freaking shark, all right? Stay out of their house. Now, this next one. Just when you think people could not get any dumber. Oh, my God. This is real, folks. The headline is, this is real. Health professionals report cases where people put sunscreen on their eyeballs to try to look at the eclipse. I'm not sure I can go on. Oh my God. Can you just imagine? Hey, Madge, don't we have some sunscreen left over from the last hoedown? Give it here. I want to try. Look at this eclipse. Oh my God. Oh, geez. Well, I got to throw something else in here for me to think, so I don't quit laughing. There's the middle doggy's in doggy heaven. That's Baby, the Bichon, and the other two, they all have to sit at the door before they're allowed to go out, so I made her do it too. Oh boy, she was just so full of life, and when we found her, she was just shell-shocked. And after a year, I mean, she had no hair, she had hundreds of flea bites, and we brought her home and loved her up and cleaned her up, and over the course of a year we thought her tail was broken, and it turned up like a Bichon's over a course of a year with love and affection, and she was just full of life. I just love that little dog. She's in doggy heaven now. So that's Abby on the right and Rubik's on the left. They just said, oh, we'll put up with her. We'll put up with her. And here's what I was doing today. There was the deck before I painted it. One coat, didn't put one coat on. And there's the kind of sun is shining, but it's a pretty brown. And I got to go back and finish it up tomorrow. So that's what I've been doing. Hey, if you missed my 3-day thing on shopping carts, you scroll down here at facebook.com/Antion, and I did 3 days, each day about a half hour on the things your shopping cart should do for you. So just scroll down, go to the last one, which as you scroll down, they're reverse order, so you can watch them again. So kickstartcart.com, and scroll down on this timeline at facebook.com/Antion if you want to watch those or pass them on to somebody. Okay, so let's go to the scam bag, where the scumbags are. This week is about the hurricane, and you got scams. Anytime there's a natural disaster, before it even hits, sometimes there's scams going on. In this case, you've got charity scams. You have to be very careful if you're going to donate. You've got contractor scams where they show up, take a deposit, and then just disappear and never do any work for you. And then you've got the fake DHS, Department of Homeland Security people showing up, demanding that you evacuate, and then they rob your house. All right, so those are the scams with regard to disasters. And then there's another one, a hotel booking scam, where they make fake websites that appear to look just like the real ones for different hotels, and then they take your money, and then there's no room when you get there. Okay, self-defense tip. This is the Karate Kid, a 10-year-old boy in Georgia extricated himself from a kidnapping or rape or whatever, or it could have been a kidnapping leading to rape and then selling into the child porn kind of market. Yeah, love the dogs, Marilee. So this kid had been in karate class, and so he's just innocently in his front yard. Some guy comes up, grabs him up, and is trying to take him. Let's see, Marilee says, another scumbag, the police officer arrested that nurse who didn't draw blood on her unconscious patient. Yeah, both of that police officer and another one, I'm generally pro-police, but sometimes they just don't think. And they wanted to get an arrest so bad, I think they were trying to force this nurse to do something that she's not allowed to do, So So I just saw today that 2 of the officers are getting either fired or reprimanded or something. Anyway, back to this kid. This guy scoops him up. The kid starts elbowing him. The guy's behind him. He's elbowing and screaming and elbowing the guy in the gut and the legs and everywhere. And the guy threw him down and ran away. All right, so please teach your kids. Get your kids some training, because that kid could have never been seen again. Never. All right, either been killed or sold somewhere. But he was able to extricate himself. And you can't watch him every second. I don't care how good a parent you are. You just can't watch them every second. And this kid saved his own butt. And I'm just thrilled about that. So that was in Georgia, 10 years old. Okay, internet tip. I said up yours, right? Right. Well, we're getting ready to roll out with a program called Up Viral, and we've done stuff like this before, but it's a program where if you can, let's say I give away a prize. In fact, one of the things, we're giving away a trip to the retreat center with $500 cash for help with travel and a whole day here just for you. And you can bring a friend with you if you want. But it's you enter to win, by putting your email address in, but you get like 20 more chances to win if you share it and somebody else joins because of you. So these are viral mechanisms. Then we're doing another one to increase sign-ups and registrations for my webinar replays. So when somebody signs up for a webinar, they're going to land on a page, the countdown page for the webinar, and on that page there'll be a product for sale at a discount. But then right beneath it, it's going to say, hey, if you want this product free, share this registration or share this webinar with your friends. So if they share the webinar with their friends, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, they get the book for free. See? So these are viral mechanisms, and watch for it coming out probably next week. We're on these things. You got to make sure everything's working right, because you'll look foolish if people are sharing it and nothing's working. So, all right. So that's internet tip. Speaking tip. One of the things you can do now. I don't do it. All right. I could do it better now than I could before, but run to the stage. If you are physically able to do that, if you're in shape enough to do that, because I would have been, I'm a pretty tough guy even when I was much heavier, but still I might have been breathing, and it would have been obvious I'd have been breathing heavier if I'd have run a long way to get to the stage. But it really jacks the energy up in the room when people do that. All right, so that's one little trick you can pull if you're capable of doing it. All right, our A-holes of the week, we got several of them. The first is Green Bay Packers star quarterback Aaron Rodgers, because he's making a big deal on sticking up for that Copernic guy that kneels during the anthem. Well, fuck you, Aaron, and fuck you, Copernic. I'm glad you're not getting a job. They're kind of sending a message to you, right? All right, you have the right to do what you did. Well, owners have the right to tell you to fuck off. All right, so he's currently unemployed. Good for him. Next a-hole of the week is Beth Ray Harris. Well, Beth Ray is 36, and she got in a tiff with a friend of hers who's much younger. Maybe Beth is a little jealous, maybe, about a guy. And so the younger girl got drunk, and they came back to Miss Harris's apartment, where she invited over several guys to rape the girl while she was her nemesis, while she was passed out. And she videotaped the whole thing and told them, don't wake her up. Just keep doing it, but don't wake her up. Well, she's going to jail. and we're glad she is. And she's an asshole for doing such a thing to another human being. Now, this next lady, Deanna Joseph, a New Jersey mother. Well, I say that benevolently, because what kind of mother would get high on drugs in the car and leave the 2-year-old to die in the back seat while she's getting high on drugs? Deanna Joseph, 39 years old. I hope they put her away forever. Now, the hero of the week, I don't know her name, but I was watching a video of the flooding and stuff down in Houston, and an 18-wheeler was stuck, and the water was rising up, and the guy's stuck in his cab, and the water's up to the door of the cab already. So a reporter, and reporters have been taking a lot of heat lately for fake news and just being, just bullshitting about stuff. But this reporter, I don't know if she stayed on the air or whatever she did, but she ran and flagged down emergency people with a boat and got the guy saved, and she's almost crying when he got saved because she was worried so bad he was going to drown right in front of her. So I don't know her name, but thank God she just didn't stand there and primp and look good on camera while the guy's drowning. So good for her, whoever it is. All right, well, that's our show for this week. Just get your sunscreen ready for 2024. They might have it perfected by then where sunscreen is perfect for your eyeball. And VIP Video Day, Antion.com/VIPVideoDay.htm. Only 3 slots left. I want to see you here. You will thank me forever because you will be making fantastic videos, and we're even going to do a little minor editing session so you don't have to wait and pay a fortune for simple stuff. A lot of it you can do on your cell phone. VIP Video Day. And there we go. So stay home, stay safe, and make some money when you can. Let's see if there's anything else. Running in a superhero suit works too. That's it. So, okay, catch y'all next week. Don't forget that shopping cart 3-session things. It'll make you a lot of extra money. It's down below. Bye.